All right, welcome back, everybody. Well, hey, a lot of eyes going to be on the screen tomorrow as highly ranked teams from across the country battle it out for a spot in the playoffs. And here to offer his insight and predictions ahead of Sunday's CFP bracket drop is former Alabama tight end Adam Thorsland. Adam, my guy, welcome. Championship weekend is here. We're pumped, right? We're so excited for you, of course, again, because Alabama could have a spot in it. They're ranked at number 9 right now. A little bit on the edge, though, I will say. What are your thoughts for them as they're getting ready to take on, again, Georgia for the SEC title tomorrow?
I think the move to number 9 in the newest playoff rankings is indicative that the committee wants to have Alabama in, win or lose. Personal opinion, and I could be a little biased.
Yeah, so well, we certainly know, again, you played for them, but certainly a phenomenal program. You were there under the Saban administration, so congratulations to you with that. I think worth pointing out, too, Georgia's only loss this season was to Alabama. I mean, certainly it was early on, but I think that's something worth noting. But again, Georgia coming in at number 4 right now, heading into tomorrow. A little on the line still for them too, right? Because, you know, I'm curious if Georgia were to lose, some people, you know, wonder, could they get knocked out of the top 4? Do you think they're still looking at a bye, or what do you think from them coming in?
I think Georgia's got a lot riding on the game, maybe not as much as Alabama tomorrow in terms of playoff implications, but I do think with them sitting on the edge of the top 4 right now, a loss in the championship game is not supposed to affect your playoff ranking too much, but I do think they fall just outside of the top 4.
You bring up an interesting point, because I do think, I mean, that's been a kind of a recurring conversation. Should a loss in a championship game hurt you, right? I mean, should you get punished for not having kind of, you know, that great title? I mean, we look at other teams that are kind of lower in the rankings. You would like to think that, again, these top-ranked teams, especially in a conference like the SEC, right, as competitive as it is, you shouldn't get knocked down, right, for coming out with a loss.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that's what the committee set a precedent for last year by not dropping SMU out of the playoffs when they lost to Clemson.
Yeah.
So I would expect it to be the same way this year, but I know there's always going to be controversy one way or the other if Alabama loses tomorrow and does not fall out of the top 12. There are other teams sitting on the outside who are wanting that spot.
You just mentioned Clemson, and that was something else that I found interesting, kind of the preseason rankings versus how things ended up. I think Clemson was initially, and I think number 4. They're unranked now, right?
Yep.
And then Texas, interestingly enough, you know, I think it was preseason number 1, and they're looking at 13, so they might not even make it as it stands.
Yeah. One of those teams on the outside looking in now, Texas is, and I know they're upset by the results of it, but that's a part of the risk of scheduling tough non-conference opponents like Ohio State.
Yeah.
And then you've got to make sure you can't have any slip-ups like the game at Florida this year.
And also, I mean, interesting too, I mean, we're talking about conference championships, some of these top-ranked teams, I mean, Miami, I think number 10 right now, not even making ACC conference championship, so they might be number 12, I think. You might have to fact check me on that. Do we know that? Miami, 10, 12? Whatever, that's okay. A little ACC representation.
They're currently 12, right behind BYU.
Adam's got it. Thank you, Adam. This is why he's our special guest. Well, again, we know the big championship kicking off tomorrow at 3. Any other matchups you got your eye on? We got a number of different matchups set, certainly. What do you think is going to be worth watching?
Obviously, the Big Ten Championship's one that there are going to be a lot of eyes on, with Ohio State and Indiana both being undefeated going into the game. I'm not sure it's really going to have too many playoff implications. I think there's a good chance, as long as that's a close game, that one of them stays at number 1 and the other stays at number 2. Whether Indiana wins and they flip, or Indiana loses and just stays at number 2 overall, I think both of those teams will be good. It'll be a very competitive matchup. The ACC actually has some implications this year, because
it's okay. We do okay. You guys know I'm a Tar Heel, so I won't even talk about Carolina. That's okay. But yeah, we'll see how Miami fares again, but not in an ACC championship worth pointing out. It's Duke versus Virginia. So, but again, both of those are so not even ranked. It's not even really worth highlighting whether they'll make the playoffs. Well, again, Adam, such a great conversation. Kickoff tomorrow at 3 o'clock, certainly for Alabama, Georgia. You got a game score prediction for you? What are you thinking?
I think it'll be something close, similar to what we've seen in the previous Alabama-Georgia matchups. I'm always siding with the Tide, so I'm going to go 30-27 Alabama. 30-27.
You heard that again from a former tight end himself. Adam, thank you again so much. Again, we'll stress kickoff for tomorrow. That SEC championship going to be 3 o'clock, and then the CFP bracket going to drop Sunday, so stay tuned. Adam, thanks. Roll Tide to you. We appreciate it.
Roll Tide.
Thanks so much.